Well, get your coffee ready. We've got things to discuss. So, first off, I just want to send our thoughts and prayers to everyone who has been affected by the storms that hit us over the weekend. Very devastating. I've seen lots of pictures. It's horrifying, really. I know Mayfield, Kentucky got hit really hard. A tornado that was on the ground for over 200 miles. Who's ever heard of that? I had a friend of mine, he sent me some pictures of what he saw and some of the devastation, and I gotta say, it is just terrible. Absolutely horrifying. I don't even... My heart goes out to all those people. There are a lot of services that are accepting donations like Red Cross and among many others. Some of the things that you guys have left in the comments, things that they need like water, totes, which, they've been so hard to find. And I know that, I don't know how we would send them, but we're going to try and do what we can to try and help. If you can afford to give a little to these people, I'm sure it would be much appreciated. So tonight, I wasn't able to get to the stores today. We had kind of a family day, but I wanted to put something out here for you. We are going to be, we are 2 weeks before Christmas here, less than 2 weeks now. You guys will be seeing this video on Monday, and it's getting crunch time. We're going to be checking out a lot of stuff. Whatever holiday deals we can find. We're going to be checking out the shelves, seeing what's there, what's not, where we can find it, where we can't, and I have taken notes of a lot of the different things that you guys are in search for. Hopefully, I know every place is different. We live in Cincinnati, Ohio. Most of the shops and stores that we visit are in Cincinnati. We will be traveling to Kentucky and Indiana and more like central northern Ohio here in the future. As far as right now, though, we got to kind of stay where we are and kind of just get a good look at what things are here and spread the news to you guys. It's something that we've really been striving to do. We've gotten a huge response from you guys. I really appreciate it. And, we did, on a lighter side of things, we just hit 3,000 subscribers. 3,000. I can't thank you guys enough. We love you guys so much. It's been such a great ride of hopefully being able to help in any way we can, of showing you guys the things that we believe. We don't know what it's going to be like after Christmas. We don't. And we hope that, things get better here at some point. A lot of people always ask a bunch of questions. Is it employees? Is it trucks? Is it, is it just the business in general? We really don't know. And that I think is the worst thing of it all, is we really don't know. One thing I will say that has kind of bugged me a little bit is that all these places that are needing people to work for them, they're not really doing a very good job of advertising. I have heard of a few places around here. I will not name any names, but I know a lot of you guys have left in the comments that you see the same problems. These places say they're hiring, and then when people go to get a job there, they're on an application list. So why do you have a sign saying that you're hiring, but you're really not? I'm trying to figure out what that is. Why is that such a problem? Everybody I know has a job right now. I know a lot of people. And I really I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around this here. Let me know down in the comments if this is something that you are noticing around your neighborhood or where you live. I know when we were down in Gatlinburg, we saw a lot of signs everywhere. We saw signs, now hiring, now hiring. Now I can understand the now hiring that you're having trouble in a resort type area or a vacation type area, because people have found other jobs since the beginning of the pandemic. They're either working for Amazon, and there's a lot of jobs. And I've said this before in videos that, like waitresses or bartenders or people that were surviving off of tips. Well, when the pandemic started, it all closed. It all closed, and they still had to put food on the table for their children and their families. So I know a handful of people that left their job as a waitress or waiter, and they're now working for a company where they're making $25 to $30 an hour. So that is part of the problem. We know that is part of it. But what I don't get is when, some of these fast food restaurants, I have a friend, a friend's son who wasn't able to find a job of all these places that are saying they're hiring, but they have huge application process. And I don't know, it kind of boggles the mind here. Like, what's going on? Do they not want to hire? Or they say they're hiring, but they don't want to hire? This is a big problem. This is a big problem that has to do with everything. This is how America works. We need employees for trucks. I don't know if trucking is really an issue as far as employees. I keep hearing excuses. I don't hear answers. I hear excuses. They say, well, we don't have enough employees. Well, you're getting the same amount of trucks, but you're not getting the same amount of products. Because every place that I go to, I say, are you having trouble getting the trucks? And they'll say, well, no, the trucks are still coming in, but we're only getting a third to a half of the product. Now, there's a lot to that. But you can't say it's a shortage of employees. And if it is, then they need to come out and say that and do a better job of advertising. Because if you put the numbers, life is all about numbers. And if you put the numbers in front of people, if you say, okay, I'm going to make $40 an hour to drive a truck. Well, I would think that a lot of people would pour to these jobs making that kind of money. Now, I do believe that because of what has gone on the last couple of years, that this is a prime opportunity for people to be picky and choosy. You don't have to go work for McDonald's if you don't want to. You can get a great job right now making great money. And I didn't want to make this like a video of pushing people to get jobs. There's many reasons why people can't, or there's many reasons why, they're just not able to do the jobs that are available. I completely understand that. What I don't understand is that a lot of these products, and we're not just seeing products from around the world, and I won't name specific names, but we're seeing products in America that ain't being made. We know of a couple things going on at some different plants, different warehouses where they say they're having trouble getting employees, but at the same time, they're shutting down some lines because they can't get ingredients. I can look on Pinterest and find ingredients for anything. Yes, it will cost a little more. I mean, if you make stuff from scratch, it costs more. But you know what? At the same time, we are in a world right now where we kind of have to take control of our own lives and maybe start making some things from scratch. Ooh, after that, I need a sip here. That is the Marketplace coffee that I got from Target. I gotta say, it's actually not too bad. It's not strong. It's not like super strong like most 100% Colombian coffee is, but it's pretty good. I didn't want to rant too much in this video, but there are some things that have kind of been building up in my mind here since I've started doing these videos. Here in Cincinnati, we have had some issues. It's not like we're out of food or anything, okay? And this is stuff that I normally talk about in the live shows. But there's plenty of food, and we can figure out ways to make things differently or, just adapt. But, something as far as, well, we can't get Raisin Bran because Kellogg's is on strike. Well, that's not that big of an issue. Now, when we start seeing things like pet food, and I appreciate all your comments about making your own pet food, and that might be something we have to do in the future. And one of you guys said something kind of funny that hit me was tuna. Cats love tuna, and that eventually we're going to start seeing tuna missing. Well, what's funny is that I have noticed kind of a drop-off in tuna, and I don't think people are buying a lot of it for their cats because it's kind of expensive. And, we are constantly looking around, checking out places. I will say, as far as the most pet food that I've seen that you guys have mentioned in the comments is Target. Target, of all places, seems to have the most cat food all the time. Dog food doesn't seem to be as much of a big problem. Until Christmas, we're going to be looking at a lot of the major grocery chains because I want to focus on places that are around the country and around the world up until Christmas so that we can find, the better deals and be able to, look around and kind of mix and match and figure out what prices are better. Find out, because when you guys respond, if one of you guys live in Kentucky or something, well, when you leave a comment, you're letting all our other viewers know that this is something that we're having trouble finding in Kentucky, or this is something we're having trouble finding in California or New York, and people can put a pattern together and maybe get an idea, maybe save you a little bit of gas money. Toys and stuff like that, I know I'm kind of bouncing here. I had a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't want to make this a really long video for you guys, but as far as toys go, your common places like Walmart, Target, Big Lots. Big Lots has a lot of toys. We're a big family. We love our family. We love being together for the holidays, and that's all that matters. We put together a meal. If all this stuff is gone at the grocery stores, then we'll find a way. We find a way to make new stuff. It's all about just being together and enjoying each other's company. Things that you guys ask in our comments, I take that to heart. And I jot little notes down, and if I can't get to it, I always remember. And I think when I go to these stores, well, okay, I need to point this out because so-and-so doesn't have this. Maybe she can get it here, and we're really just trying to collage all these different things together so that in the future we get a good idea of how much we're going to spend here, because that's the other thing. Prices are starting to get really high. Prices are going to keep going up. I have a feeling that after Christmas, not only are prices going to go up, but there's going to be some things probably that are missing. When I was at Target the other day, dairy was really hit. Now, I don't know if they were restocking it or not, but a lot of these stores, Target and Walmart kind of fall in line with each other when it comes to like groceries. I've noticed that when Target's out of cheese, Walmart seems to be out of cheese too. But see, Kroger's is kind of funny. And one of you guys left this down in the comments that, one Kroger's will place an order, and I've heard this from managers too. They'll place an order, and then another Kroger will sell more of that product that this Kroger sells, so they'll get that before this Kroger does. And that's kind of why I try to go to a bunch of different Krogers to kind of get a good idea of, okay, this one has one product. Don't just rely on this Kroger though. If you have multiple, if you have 3 or 4 Krogers around you like we do, sometimes it's hard to travel to all of them. I thought about doing like a one-day travel to all the Krogers that we shop at, but I don't know, that would just take too long. At some point, the more we can get in the stores, the better, because that is going to ultimately drive the prices back down. And this is kind of what my thoughts were of a lot of these empty shelves that we're seeing. Well, the thing is that stores are going to have to make up for those losses of what they're not selling of that product. So I've always kind of felt like this is important to see, because in the future, if we're not replacing that stuff with other products, there's a lot of things, in fact, are paying their employees, I know that they can't just up and just keep the prices the same. They have to make up the difference. And yes, I know they're millionaires. I know that they are rich, more rich than we will ever be. But my point is that they have a quota too. And they have a lot of stuff that they have to take care of. So it is something to where we're going to see increased prices, but let's be happy that it's still there. Well, guys, I think I've rambled on quite enough. I just wanted to put this short video, my thoughts, Danno's thoughts on everything that's been going on, and kind of get out some of this stuff that I've wanted to talk about. We will probably talk more about this on the live show on Friday. What's your favorite coffee? Let me know down in the comments. 3,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Me and Jessica really appreciate it. You guys have shown us so much love. With all that being said, I am out. And always remember, the adventure is out there.